What if the most famous couple on Earth decided to disappear? No cameras, no social media, no surprise appearances, no leaked photos. For years, the world has watched every single move Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce made. From stadiums packed with thousands of screaming fans, to Super Bowl celebrations, to romantic moments that instantly became global headlines. But now, after one of the biggest celebrity weddings the world has ever seen, Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce are reportedly choosing something completely different. Silence. A private escape. A journey where even their closest fans may not know where they are. A honeymoon designed not for attention, but for privacy. And the wildest part? The details that were supposed to stay hidden have started creating a massive mystery. From secret locations, luxury islands, hidden villas, and destinations across the world, fans are asking one question: where are Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce right now? Welcome back to Taylor Timeline, your home for the latest stories, moments, and updates about Taylor Swift's incredible journey. Before we continue, make sure you subscribe to Taylor Timeline and turn on notifications, because we bring you the biggest Taylor Swift stories, celebrity updates, and moments that fans never want to miss. Now, let's dive into the unbelievable story behind Taylor and Travis' secret honeymoon adventure. To understand why this honeymoon has captured the world's attention, we first have to understand something important. Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce are not just another celebrity couple. They have become one of the most recognizable couples in modern entertainment history. On one side there is Taylor Swift, a global music icon, a songwriter who transformed personal experiences into some of the biggest songs of all time. Her career has reached a level that very few artists in history have ever achieved. The Eras Tour became a cultural phenomenon, bringing millions of fans together around the world and changing the way people look at live music. Taylor Swift is not just a singer. She is a brand, a business empire, a storyteller whose every move becomes a worldwide conversation. And then there is Travis Kelce, a superstar, athlete, a three-time Super Bowl champion, one of the greatest tight ends in NFL history. But Travis became famous for more than football. His personality, confidence, humor, and charisma turned him into one of the biggest sports personalities on the planet. Together, Taylor and Travis created something unique. Two different worlds collided: music and football, Hollywood and the NFL, a global superstar and a championship athlete. And almost everything they do becomes headline news. That is exactly why their decision to step away from the spotlight is so surprising. Because for the first time in years, Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce want the world to stop watching. They want a moment that belongs only to them. But before the honeymoon mystery began, there was the wedding. A wedding that fans around the world were waiting to see. According to the story, Taylor and Travis exchanged vows on July 3, 2026, at Madison Square Garden in New York City. And the location alone made the event unforgettable. Madison Square Garden is not just any venue. It is one of the most famous arenas in the world. A place where legends have performed. Place where history has been created. And for Taylor and Travis, it carried another special meaning. New York City was where their love story became one of the biggest celebrity romances of the modern era. But despite the massive scale, secrecy surrounded the entire event. Security was reportedly intense. The venue was heavily protected. Guests arrived privately. Fans outside waited for hours, hoping to catch even a small glimpse of the celebration. The feeling was almost like a major world event, because everyone knew something historic was happening behind those doors. And then came the guest list. Some of the biggest names from entertainment, sports, and culture were reportedly there. It felt like the biggest stars from every industry had gathered in one place. Hollywood, the NFL, music, comedy, all under one roof. The ceremony itself became a celebration of their journey. Instead of following a traditional celebrity wedding formula, Taylor and Travis reportedly made choices that reflected who they really are. Family was at the center. Taylor chose her brother Austin as her man of honor. Travis had his brother Jason standing beside him. A reminder that even with all the fame and success surrounding them, family remained the most important part of the moment. And one of the most talked about details. The couple reportedly used their wedding as an opportunity to give back. A celebration of love that also focused on helping others. But here is where the story becomes even more interesting. Because after a wedding watched by the entire world, Taylor and Travis wanted something completely opposite. They did not want another headline. They did not want another viral moment. They wanted privacy. 4 years, every outfit, every appearance, every vacation, and every public moment has been analyzed by millions of people. So after saying, "I do," the couple reportedly made one decision: disappear. No constant updates. No public schedule. No letting the world know every location. Just Taylor and Travis enjoying the beginning of their new chapter. And that is where the secret honeymoon story begins. After one of the most talked about weddings in history, Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce had a choice. They could continue celebrating in front of the cameras. They could give fans the photos everyone was waiting for. They could turn their first days as husband and wife into another worldwide spectacle. But instead, they chose the opposite. They disappeared. And that decision might be the most Taylor Swift thing they could have done. Because Taylor has spent almost her entire career living under a microscope. Every outfit becomes a headline. Every song becomes a theory. Every public appearance becomes a global event. And Travis Kelce understands that world too. Every game. Every touchdown. Every interview. Millions of people watching his every move. So after years of sharing their lives with the public, they reportedly wanted something completely different. A private chapter. A memory that belonged only to them. And that is where the secret honeymoon journey began. Before the international adventure, Taylor and Travis reportedly made a quiet escape inside the United States. Their first stop? A place most people have only heard about but very few ever experience. The Yellowstone Club in Big Sky, Montana. And this location was almost perfect for a couple trying to disappear. Because the Yellowstone Club is not a normal vacation destination. It is known as one of the most exclusive private communities in America. A place where privacy is the ultimate luxury. No crowds. No random tourists. No endless cameras following celebrities everywhere they go. For someone like Taylor Swift, who can rarely step outside without attracting attention, a place like this offers something money usually cannot buy. Normal life. Imagine waking up in the mountains. Fresh air. Beautiful scenery. No screaming fans outside. No photographers waiting. Just peace. And after the chaos of planning a massive wedding, that might have been exactly what Taylor and Travis needed. A chance to slow down. A chance to breathe. A chance to finally enjoy being newly married. The confirmation of this secret escape came in an unexpected way. Travis family member Kylie Kelce was reportedly approached by a fan who asked about the wedding photos. Instead of revealing details about the celebration, her response was simple. She basically confirmed that the couple had moved into honeymoon mode. A small comment, but enough to make fans realize Taylor and Travis were already gone. Just when fans thought Taylor and Travis were completely away from the world, something unexpected happened. They had another important event to attend. A wedding. Not their own. Someone else's. On July 11th, Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce reportedly attended the wedding of former Kansas City Chiefs teammate Juju Smith-Schuster and Laura Crook. And some fans wondered, why would Taylor and Travis pause their own honeymoon? Why would they leave their private getaway? The answer says a lot about Travis Kelce as a person. Because Juju Smith-Schuster was not just another football player. He was someone Travis shared a locker room with. Someone he competed with. Someone who was part of the Chiefs family. And for Travis, showing up for people he cares about has always been important. Even after becoming one of the biggest athletes in the world, he has continued to value friendship and loyalty. So Taylor and Travis made the trip. Fresh from their own wedding. now attending another couple's special day. And honestly, that moment says a lot about them. Because behind all the fame, the money, and the attention, they still wanted to support the people close to them. The wedding also became another major celebrity gathering. Taylor and Travis were reportedly joined by several familiar faces from the NFL world, including Patrick Mahomes and Brittany Mahomes, along with other chief stars. Think about that scene for a moment. One of the biggest musicians on earth, one of the biggest football players on earth, surrounded by championship teammates, celebrating another love story. It almost felt like a crossover episode between Hollywood and the NFL. But after that celebration ended, the real honeymoon could finally begin. Now comes the part that has fans most curious. Because according to reports, Taylor and Travis had one major rule for their honeymoon: privacy. Complete privacy. No constant updates. No social media posts. No announcing every location. No giving photographers a roadmap. Because for a couple this famous, privacy is not just a preference. It is almost impossible. A normal vacation for most people means booking a hotel and enjoying a new place. For Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce, it requires planning, security, careful scheduling, and keeping information extremely limited. Because one leaked detail could change everything. One photo, one message, one person sharing a location. Suddenly, the peaceful honeymoon could become another media event. And that is exactly what they wanted to avoid. They did not want the world watching. They wanted to experience these moments as husband and wife. And now, the reported honeymoon plan becomes something almost unbelievable. Because this is not just one destination, not just one beach, not just one luxury resort. The journey is described as a worldwide adventure. Multiple countries, multiple continents. A once-in-a-lifetime trip. The first major stop? The Bahamas. And for Taylor and Travis, this location reportedly holds special meaning. Because it reminds them of a previous private escape during their relationship. The Bahamas offers exactly what they are searching for. Beautiful beaches, crystal clear water, private villas, and most importantly, distance from the rest of the world. A place where they can finally forget about schedules. Forget about headlines. Forget about cameras. Just enjoy each other. But the Bahamas is only the beginning. Because after that, the journey reportedly moves across the Atlantic. And the next chapter takes them into Europe. After disappearing into the peaceful beaches of the Bahamas, Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce's reported honeymoon adventure was only getting started. Because this was never meant to be just a simple vacation. This was not a regular getaway. This was a once-in-a-lifetime journey. A chance for two of the most famous people on the planet to experience the world without millions of eyes watching them. And after relaxing under the Caribbean sun, the next chapter reportedly took them across the Atlantic. Straight into Europe. A continent filled with romance, history, and some of the most beautiful locations on Earth. And for Taylor and Travis, every destination seemed to have a deeper meaning. The next reported stop? Italy. And more specifically, the breathtaking beauty of Lake Como. For decades, Lake Como has been known as one of the most exclusive and romantic places in the world. A destination where celebrities, billionaires, and royalty go when they want privacy. Beautiful historic villas sitting beside the water. Mountains surrounding the lake. Quiet villages where time feels slower. It is the kind of place where a person can disappear. And for Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce, that might be exactly why it was chosen. Because after months of non-stop attention, Lake Como offers something rare: peace. Imagine Taylor and Travis sitting beside the water at sunset. Away from stadiums. Away from concerts. Away from headlines. No cameras following their every movement. Just two people enjoying a new chapter together. And this location reportedly had another connection to their relationship. During their earlier years together, Taylor and Travis were already known to enjoy private escapes when their schedules allowed. So returning to a place like Italy as husband and wife would make the trip even more meaningful. Because now, it was not just a vacation. It was a celebration of everything they had built together. But the European journey reportedly did not stop there. Next came Paris. And Paris is a city that carries a special connection to Taylor Swift. The city has been a major part of Taylor's musical journey. A place where fans gathered. A place where unforgettable Eras Tour moments happened. And it was also connected to Travis' support during Taylor's career. At one point, Travis made headlines for traveling internationally to support Taylor during her performances. A gesture that fans around the world saw as proof of how much effort he was willing to make for her. Now imagine returning to Paris. Not as a boyfriend and girlfriend, but as husband and wife. That changes everything. The romantic streets. The historic architecture. The late-night dinners. The quiet moments away from the spotlight. For most couples, Paris itself feels like a dream. But for Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce, the experience would be completely different. Because when you are two of the most famous people alive, even a simple dinner becomes complicated. A normal restaurant visit could become a worldwide headline. A simple walk could become a viral moment. That is why privacy matters so much. They are not searching for luxury only. They are searching for normal moments. After Paris, the reported honeymoon route continued toward the French Riviera. One of the most glamorous locations on Earth. The coastline stretching through places like Cannes, Nice, and Monaco. A place famous for luxury yachts, beautiful beaches, and unforgettable views. This is where the world's richest and most famous people often go to escape. Private boats, hidden beaches, exclusive resorts, and incredible ocean views. For Taylor and Travis, this could represent the perfect honeymoon environment. No crowded tourist locations. No predictable schedule. Just endless ocean, warm weather, and time together. And honestly, after living such public lives, a yacht somewhere in the Mediterranean might be one of the few places where they can truly feel invisible. Because on land, they are instantly recognized. But far out on the water, the world becomes much quieter. But among all the reported destinations, one location may have the deepest emotional meaning. Croatia. And this stop is different because it is not just about beauty. It is about family. The Kelce family has spoken about their Croatian roots. Travis' connection to his family history makes this destination much more personal. For many people, discovering where their ancestors came from creates a powerful emotional connection. And for Travis, visiting Croatia with Taylor could represent more than a luxury vacation. It could be a journey into his own history. Imagine walking through old coastal towns, seeing landscapes connected to generations before you, sharing that experience with the person you just married. Those are the moments that money cannot buy. A private island can be purchased. A luxury hotel can be booked. But a meaningful connection to your family story? That is something completely different. And Taylor, who has always connected deeply with storytelling and memories, would likely understand why this moment matters. Because throughout her career, Taylor has turned personal experiences into unforgettable stories. And now she could be creating another story of her own. After Croatia, the journey reportedly continued toward Greece. But not just a normal Greek vacation. The idea was something far more exclusive. A private island experience. A place where the couple could completely disconnect. No busy schedule. No public appearances. No pressure. Just enjoying the simple things. Sailing through blue waters. Trying local food. Watching sunsets. For a couple who has spent years living at maximum speed, slowing down might be the biggest luxury of all. Because sometimes the best memories are not created at the biggest events. They happen during quiet moments. A conversation. A walk. A peaceful evening together. And this is where the reported honeymoon becomes even bigger. Because after Europe, the adventure reportedly continued. Across the world. From places connected to Taylor's incredible career, to destinations known as some of the most beautiful places on Earth. Singapore, Australia, Fiji, and finally, Hawaii. A journey that would take them across continents and create memories they may never forget. But there is one important question remaining. How long can Taylor and Travis stay away from the world? Because football season is approaching. And Travis Kelce's return to the NFL is waiting. The countdown has already begun. after exploring some of the most romantic destinations in Europe, after quiet moments in Italy, after walking through the beautiful streets of Paris, after discovering a deeper family connection in Croatia, and after relaxing away from the world in Greece, Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce's reported honeymoon adventure was still not finished. Because this was never just about visiting beautiful places. It was about creating memories. Memories that would belong only to them. 4 years, Taylor Swift's life has been shared with millions of people. Fans have celebrated her biggest achievements. They have watched her break records. They have supported her through every era of her career. But there are very few moments in Taylor's life that are truly private. And now, after beginning a new chapter with Travis Kelce, the couple reportedly wanted something rare. A story that only they could tell. After Europe, the reported honeymoon journey continued across the world. The next major stop? Singapore. And for Taylor Swift, this destination carries a special connection. Singapore was one of the most memorable stops during her record-breaking Eras tour. Thousands of fans gathered. The atmosphere was unforgettable. The performances became some of the most talked-about shows of the entire tour. But this time, Taylor was not returning as a performer. She was returning simply as Taylor. Not a global superstar on stage. Not the woman breaking records every night. Just someone enjoying life with the person she loves. That difference is huge. Because after spending years performing for millions of fans, the chance to experience a place without a microphone in her hand is something completely different. No rehearsals. No stage pressure. No countdown clock. Just exploring. Just enjoying. Just being present. The next reported destination? Australia. Another country where Taylor Swift created unforgettable memories during the Eras tour. When Taylor arrived there for her performances, fans filled stadiums and celebrated her music in a way that became a worldwide phenomenon. But this trip would have a completely different feeling. This time, there would be no stage. No production team. No thousands of people waiting for the opening song. Instead, Taylor and Travis could experience Australia in a completely new way. Beautiful landscapes. Amazing food. Unique locations. And moments far away from the spotlight. For Taylor, it would be a chance to see a place she previously visited for work, now transformed into a personal memory. And for Travis, it would be another opportunity to experience the world beyond football. Because while Travis has spent his career traveling for games and championships, this type of journey is different. This is not about competition. This is about connection. Then comes one of the most peaceful destinations on the reported itinerary. Fiji. A place famous for its natural beauty and incredible privacy. Blue ocean. Beautiful islands. Quiet beaches. A slower pace of life. Exactly the kind of place where someone could truly disconnect. And for Taylor and Travis, that may have been the entire purpose. After years of non-stop attention, Fiji represents the opposite world. No headlines. No pressure. No expectations. Just peaceful days together. Imagine waking up somewhere surrounded by nature, knowing that nobody is asking for a performance. Nobody needs an interview. Nobody needs a photo. For a celebrity couple, that kind of freedom is priceless. Because the biggest luxury in the world is not always something expensive. Sometimes, the biggest luxury is being left alone. And finally, the reported honeymoon journey reaches its final destination. Hawaii. A perfect ending for a trip filled with beaches, oceans, and unforgettable experiences. After traveling across multiple countries, after experiencing different cultures, after creating memories around the world, Hawaii would be the place to slow everything down before reality returned. Because reality was waiting. Especially for Travis Kelce. The biggest challenge for this dream honeymoon? Time. Because Travis Kelce's football career never stops. The Kansas City Chiefs were preparing for another season. Training camp was approaching. The moment Travis returned, the focus would shift back to football. Playbooks, practices, games, championship goals. That is the life of an elite athlete. And that is why this honeymoon window was so important. A short period where Travis could completely step away. A short period where Taylor and Travis could simply enjoy being newly married. Because soon, the world would need Travis Kelce, the football player, again. But when you look beyond the luxury, beyond the private locations, beyond the incredible destinations, the most interesting part of this story is actually much simpler. Privacy. Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce are two people who almost never get to live quietly. Every move becomes a conversation. Every appearance becomes a headline. Every photo becomes worldwide news. Their relationship has been celebrated by millions. But it has also been watched by millions. And maybe that is why this reported honeymoon feels so meaningful. Because, for once, the world is not invited. There are no cameras, no performances, no expectations. Just two people beginning a new chapter together. When Taylor Swift returns to the spotlight, fans will be watching closely. A new era is beginning. A new personal chapter. A new perspective. For Travis Kelce, the mission remains the same. Continue building his football legacy. Continue competing at the highest level. Continue chasing greatness. But now, he does it with a new life waiting for him away from the field. And for Taylor Swift, the world will be waiting to see what comes next. Another album, another creative project, another unforgettable moment. Nobody knows. But one thing is certain. Whatever Taylor Swift does next, millions of people will be watching. Maybe the biggest surprise about Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce's reported honeymoon is not the money. Not the private islands. Not the luxury locations. Not the worldwide adventure. The biggest surprise is that two of the most famous people on Earth wanted something incredibly simple. A few quiet moments together. A chance to enjoy life without the world watching. After giving fans years of music, memories, championships, and unforgettable moments, they finally chose a chapter that was only theirs. A chapter without cameras. Without headlines. Without noise. Just Taylor and Travis. And maybe that is the greatest luxury of all. If you enjoyed this story and want to stay updated on the latest Taylor Swift news, celebrity moments, and everything happening in Taylor's world, make sure you subscribe to Taylor Timeline. Because here, we bring you the biggest stories, the most emotional moments, and the updates that every Taylor Swift fan wants to know. Turn on notifications so you never miss our next video. Thank you for watching Taylor Timeline. And we'll see you in the next story. Red Heart.